So to document the time seen, you can do it from within the patient's chart. So I'm inside the patient right here at Test Andrea. It's a test patient. You go into the time seen component in your left-hand side column. Right here it says time seen. You click on it. And right here in the middle, you'll see the time seen component. On the right-hand side, you click on the upside down arrow. Click on UC time seen by provider. And this populates this ad hoc form, which was very similar to the form we used to use when documenting a school note before DyneDoc. So here you can either use these arrows to put today's date and the time, and you can also use the arrows to modify the time of the date. If you want to learn a little trick, you can actually use your keyboard to do it. So if you're on the date, you can put the letter T, and that will put today's date. So T for today. And on the time, if you put N, it will put the time now. So today and now, so T and then N, and that will put the time. Then you hit the check mark. Do not hit the save button, only the check mark, and that will save and sign this form. Remember that this can be done now by a doctor, it can be done by a nurse practitioner, by a PA, or even your scribe can do this for you, which they should be if you are working with a scribe. Another tip to remember is that this form documents the time you put that you saw the patient, and it also documents the time that you performed the action. So this is the time that you charted it, and then this is the time that you saw the patient. So then when you hit the check mark, it saves it. You won't see it populate here, but when you go down and you create your urgent care note, you will see it right here automatically populate. Let's say, for example, you did not have this time. If you're here and you're like, oh no, I forgot to document my time seen. Pretend that this wasn't here, right? You can actually do it from within the note. Right here on the top where it says ad hoc, where we used to do our school notes, you can click on that. Click UC time seen by provider, which was the same way we did it from the workflow. Click on chart, and this brings us back to the same form. You can put T for today, N for now, and hit the check mark again. So now I just redocumented the time seen, but you'll see when I hit refresh, now it puts the time that I just did it at 8:55. Okay, so you can do it either from the workflow, from here, from this component of time seen, see right here, time seen, or you can also do it from the ad hoc form right here, you see time seen. The most important thing to remember is that when you document it, to always hit the check mark and not the little save symbol.